We may be consuming 5 grams of plastic each week from our food, water, and certain consumer products. You've heard about how plastic destroys the ocean by choking marine life. It's the worst, right? But what if I tell you that there's something more terrifying than a simple plastic? They are called microplastics. Wait, aren't they the same? Maybe, but microplastics are more dangerous. Yes, they are much smaller. However, they also cause bigger problems, not only to the ocean life, but to you and all of us. So what are microplastics? Researchers generally describe them as any particle of plastic less than 5 mm in size. They are often smaller than the tiniest grain of sand or a fraction of width of a human hair. Since these are tiny bits, they can easily pass through water filters, making them unstoppable. And if they can pass through barriers, it means that they can spread anywhere, even within the human body. So primarily, microplastics are manufactured to be small and used in things like cosmetics and paints. Or they may break down from larger plastic materials like water bottles and plastic bags. Any which ways, we are exposed to these microplastics every day through various sources. So there are more than 10,000 different chemicals which are used in making plastic to make it softer or rigid or more flexible. So as plastic degrades and becomes microplastics, these chemicals most likely remain. So recent research has shown that microplastics leach these chemicals locally in the environment, and if they are in the body, then in the human tissues. Microplastics have been confirmed in human blood, lung tissues, colons, placentas, stool, and breast milk. Long-term exposure of microplastics is suspected to bring about digestive hazards to humans, including cancer, reproductive organ problems, and respiratory disorders. The effect of microplastic on health is in the form of brain not functioning properly, genetic changes, bronchitis, liver issues. Now let us understand how this plastic is entering our bodies unknowingly. So what are the sources? The first such source is sea salt. Salt is a commodity that is needed by everyone. So there is a problem because many salts are contaminated with microplastics. A new report by researchers in South Korea and Greenpeace East Asia show that microplastics, which is a tiny plastic pieces smaller than a grain of rice, are found in 90% of commercial sea salt brands. So the simple solution to this would be shifting to another form of salt, maybe Himalayan pink salt, which is more pure form of salt. Unlike most other types of salts, Himalayan salt doesn't have chemicals, additives or plastic in it. Another source is tea bags. Yes, but not all the tea bags. So the vast majority of bags on the shelves have mesh tea bags that are composed of 20 to 30% plastic. According to studies, a single standard tea bag releases 11.6 billion microplastics and 3.1 billion nanoplastics into every cup of tea. Consumers are now increasingly becoming more aware of this fact, and they are opting either for loose teas or selecting tea brands that have no plastic in the tea bag. The other source is shellfish and other seafoods. Now we know oceans are flooded with plastic debris and marine animals are feeding on it. So this comes back on our plate in the form of fish and other types of seafood. The solution to this would be to look out to reduce the consumption at least of seafoods or look for other alternative foods. Canned foods, processed foods. So most cans are lined with plastic, and for decades a chemical called BPA was commonly used in these plastics. Canned fish, beverages, table salt or any other food item that's coming in can, it is very dangerous. So research associates consumption of highly processed foods such as hamburgers, ready to eat convenience meals which come in those plastic packings which you take out and heat them, french fries, ice cream, soda, with higher level of phthalate microplastics in the body. This effect is more pronounced in children. So choose whole foods and minimally processed foods more often, and limit or even eliminate highly processed foods from your diet. Then you can choose environment friendly packaging materials. Also, you can use glass storage containers, stainless steel bottles, and boxes. So cosmetic products, yes, there are companies that use plastic microbeads as a replacement for natural exfoliating ingredients. You are using microplastics on your skin and you don't even know. So these plastics are added in hand soaps, face cleansers and other hygiene care products. It's possible that you could be even brushing your teeth with a microbead. Yes, they were even detected in a toothpaste. So next time when you buy such products, please read the labels. Choose natural alternatives to these chemically laden products. So clothes made of synthetic fiber like polyester. Microfibers are a type of microplastic released when we wash synthetic clothing. So clothes made from plastic such as polyester and acrylic. So these fibers detach from our clothes, and since we are wearing these clothes, our skin is always in contact of these microplastics. So let's focus on these sources and try to bring about the changes and live a healthy life.